The Case of the Substitute Spouse by Sarah Maxwell. With Francis Matthews as Dick George, Margaret Robertson as his lovely wife Dora, Edward de Souza as the butler Blore, and Ronald Herdman as pastor. The Case of the Substitute Spouse.
Dickie, darling, just look at all those wonderful old apple trees.
Oh, pear trees, madam.
Oh, Dickie, darling, just look at all those wonderful old pear trees. Oh, Dickie, will you wake up? You're missing all the scenery. Dick.
Oh, no. Spoiled sport. I was having a marvelous dream. Carol Lombard was buying my third martini at the Stork Club. And I was right on the point of throwing the fight for my honor.
And just what has Carol Lombard got that I haven't?
Oh, nothing at all, Dora dear. But she has it parked on a stool at the Stork Club.
It will do you the world of good to be out of New York for the weekend, Dick George. And it was very sweet of Connie to ask us up here. Autumn on the coast of Maine, just imagine.
Do I have to?
The long walks, the swing of the sea, the swish of the leaves.
The thud of my falling arches.
We'll put some colour in your cheeks.
3 martinis and a Tom Collins would have had the same effect. Without driving for hours to a cottage no decent bottle-a-day man would be seen dead in.
One more remark like that and I'll divorce you again.
Can I have that in writing?
One believes there is a species of dwelling ahead, sir.
That has to be Con Cottage. Oh, just look, Dick. What a dear little house.
With dear little beams a man can crack his dear little head on. Well... All the bags.
Very good, Mr. George.
What a marvellous door knocker. It's a skull and crossbones.
My sentiments exactly, Pastor, old boy.
Oh,
Can I help you?
Not in a million years.
I'm Dora George, and this is...
A lovely husband, Dick.
Connie, Miss Morgan's expecting us for the weekend.
I fear you have gone astray.
Repeatedly.
My brother and I rent this place. I am... Antony Legrange.
Well, Antony, will you watch where you're putting that cigarette holder? I'll need both eyes to read my next divorce settlement.
I'm so sorry. It was a gift from the Divine One.
You knew Sarah Bernhardt?
Bernhardt knew me.
Well, do either of you know Connie Morgan? It's been a long time between drinks.
You'll have to drive back the way you came and take the next right.
Thank you so much, Miss. Perhaps we'll meet again.
I fear not. I am constantly laboring on my verse cycle.
They do say everyone should get a little exercise.
Dick, have you seen Pastor? I'm so sorry. Pastor has only to see an open door and he runs right in. Dick's the same way with bars. My goodness, Pastor, how did you get so dirty?
Goodbye, Mrs. George. Mr. George. I hope you enjoy your stay.
Goodbye, Miss Legrange. And keep peddling.
Well, what a strange person. That barber-shop haircut and those yellow checkered pants.
Not to mention the purple cravat and the velvet smoking jacket.
Do you suppose she knew Oscar Wilde?
No, Dora dear. Oscar knew her.
Goodness, Dickie. This cottage is exactly like the other one.
Stay in the car, Blore, till we check it out.
Yes, sir.
One more 3-foot cigarette holder, and I'm not stopping till I hit Times Square.
I wonder whose car that is parked out front.
I'm afraid that neat little badge on the side is the coat of arms of the sheriff's office. Well, let's hope he's here just to admire Connie's legs.
Oh, no, Dick. She can't have been robbed already.
Bang on the skull and crossbones. Let's find out.
State your business.
And a happy holiday to you, too. I'm Dick George, and this is the woman I married in a fit of despair.
Twice. We're friends of Miss Morgan's. She asked us up for the weekend. Is she in trouble, Sheriff?
You'd better come through.
Thank you. Oh, what a pretty archway.
This way, ma'am.
Connie, darling, how are you? What did they get away with? Are you insured? How did they get...
Oh, Dora! Dick! I'm so glad you're here. Oh, it's been a nightmare. This is Sheriff Johnson from Morgan's Harbor. Oh, it's simply unbelievable.
I'll fix you a drink, Connie. You look like you could use one.
Oh, I got here late yesterday and stopped at the store in the harbor for supplies. Then the car wouldn't start, and they couldn't take a look at it until morning. So I stayed at the tavern and came up to the cottage after breakfast.
Here you go. A Gibson. Just the way you like it.
Oh, thanks, Dick. When I came in this room, I almost tripped over him.
Him? Who's him?
Oh, that's just it. I don't know. I never saw him in my life before.
The body of a man was removed from this room about an hour ago. Miss Morgan says she found him stretched out on that hooked rug.
The red one?
Oh, it used to be white.
Oh, dear.
The guy was carrying a New York license in the name of Hurren Festus Kane. And it was right next to a wedding certificate dated the 4th of May this year.
You know, I'm saving those at home in an old Morocco-bound scrapbook.
You might be interested in the name of the bride. It was Miss Constance Mary Morgan.
Sheriff Johnson, if Connie says she wasn't married to that man, then I, for one, believe her.
Mrs. George, I'd like to believe her myself, but Kane was shot with a .38, which was found near the body. Her aunt had it for protection and left it to her along with the cottage when she died some months back. Now, Connie's prints were found on the barrel of the gun.
Not on the butt?
No, the butt was wiped clean. Now, Connie said she never handled a gun before and picked it up gingerly-like by the barrel when she found it among her aunt's things. But maybe she just forgot to wipe the barrel.
Connie Morgan is a lady. Ladies do not fool around with revolvers. They simply ruin the shape of a chaparral.
And according to Connie, she was in a bar on 42nd Street on May the 4th, waiting for an old flame.
May the 4th is her birthday, so she wouldn't forget what she was doing. And she certainly wouldn't forget if it was her wedding day.
The old flame never showed.
Old flames are like cops. They're never around when you need them.
Well, we're checking her story. It's just possible a bartender will remember. Meanwhile, she's got to stay...
in jail.
In custody.
Okay, if we nose around.
My husband has the best-known nose in New York. Dick George, sleuth to the stars. I'm his sidekick.
Yeah, she's kicked me aside so often I look like second-string quarterback for the Jets.
I mean, what motive could Connie have to kill her husband? Even if he was her husband, which of course he wasn't.
Maybe she thought a divorce would take too long.
Whose side are you on, Dick George?
Oh, let's get out of here. Blore promised to throw together a simple beef Wellington with crepe Suzette. And I still have 2 martinis to get through. Well, a man's work is never done. Oh, Sheriff, would you tell Connie we'll see her tomorrow?
Yeah, sure.
And you be nice to her, you hear? Because we were at school together, and Miss Pilk Luffington's old girls do not take things lying down.
I can't believe you just said that.
Well, I hope between us we turn something up. Connie's only been here a few times, but Morgan's Harbor could sure use some younger inhabitants.
Well, now what? Say, why don't we call Lieutenant Murphy in New York and have him check out Connie's alibi?
Better still, I'll wire him from the telegraph office over there.
Well,
with telephone systems in the sticks, everybody in 20 miles could be listening in, including our murderer. Of course, Lonigan's bar isn't in Murphy's precinct, but he owes me one.
you think the bartender will remember one blonde from May 4th? That's 4 months ago, Dick.
Quite. You'd think if she wanted to miss her own wedding, she'd have come up with a better story. I'll go send the wire. Wait in the car. And try not to get into trouble. Around here, you could probably be arrested for that hat alone.
If he knew what he paid for this hat, he'd have it framed and hung in the Metropolitan. Is my car on your way, or are you in the market for that particular shade of roadster?
Neither. Do forgive me. My sister mentioned meeting some friends of Miss Morgan, and I figured this had to be yours. I must say, Antony didn't do you justice. What a stunning hat.
Why, thank you.
I'm Barrett Legrange. I'm wintering here with my sister while she researches her verse cycle on love and death in the 18th century. Do you suppose we've lost the key to the twin arts?
Well, I'm not at all certain about the loving, but the dying seems to be holding up. Have you heard about Hurren Kane?
Miss Morgan's husband? Of course. He must have been a swine for her to shoot him down like that.
A lady like Connie Morgan doesn't go around shooting husbands. And anyway, he wasn't her husband.
Then why should he say he was? And how did he get the keys to the cottage? And who...
You're not by any chance related to Lieutenant... No, you look more like Frederick March than Pat O'Brien.
Dora, dear, your dulcet tones are even now rattling the china in ye crow's nest oldie-worldy coffee shoppy. Now, why don't you introduce me to your sparring partner before the bell goes for the next round?
Mr. Legrange, my husband, Mr. George. Dick.
From a long line of Dicks.
Why, yes. Didn't I read somewhere that you're some kind of snoop?
Richard Arbuthnot George. Professional imbiber and amateur P.I. Are you in the market for investigation?
I'd have thought you'd have enough on your plate right now with the Kane murder. I mean, the guy comes up here 10 days ago, stocks up on groceries, and starts repairing old Jemima's house for his pretty little wife. Who else but a husband is going to knock himself out that way? And who else but the beautiful bride of Kane would want to put a .38 slug in him?
You know, Legrange, you could be right. I see it all so clearly now. The little woman comes home from a hard week under the hairdryer, doesn't like how hubby's filled in the cracks in her ancient beams, and lets him have it with Aunt Jemima's pea-shooter.
Men have been shot for less?
Not by one of Miss Pilt Luffington's young ladies.
I have to go. I'm picking Antony up at the library. Good luck with the case, but I think your best bet is self-defense. Goodbye, Miss George. I do hope I see that hat again.
And just what do you make of that?
Well, I don't know, dear. Maybe there are more people than we know in this world with strange taste in millinery.
Oh, ow! Oh, my shin! Dora! Ow! Good morning, sir. You knocked?
Well, of course I knocked. Who'd you think it was? Termites? Hey, are you the detective come up yesterday to help Miss Connie?
Mr. George is not at home, sir. We are Blore. May we be of assistance?
Well, we are Zebediah Zachariah, and we don't want no assistant. We want the top gun, the head honcho,
What is it, Blore?
Zachariah's the name, ma'am, but anyone looks like you can call me Zeb.
Why, thank you. I'm Dora George.
Oh.
My husband went down to the sheriff's office after breakfast. But won't you come in? Maybe I could help.
Oh, much obliged. Get the door, Blore. Always been one heck of a draft in this old barn. Told Jemima she ought to sell out and move in with me. Darndest woman, Jemima, never would listen. Upped and died instead.
Would you care for some coffee, Zeb?
Oh, I never touch the stuff, but if you got a tumbler of whiskey, easy on the ice, it'd go down real sweet.
It's only 10 a.m.
Well, 10 a.m. in Maine, but somewhere in the world right now, the sun just shot right over the yardarm.
Blore the whiskey.
They also serve who only pour and wait.
Come on through. Have you known Connie long?
Oh, since she was a little girl. I knew Jemima since she was 16. I wanted to marry her, you know. Must have asked her 50 times, but it weren't no use. She said she liked me as well as any man she ever knew, but just wouldn't have me. Didn't hold with marrying. Yeah, now she's gone, and pretty soon I'll be on my way. But if there's anything I can do for Miss Connie,
your whiskey, sir. Easy on the ice, I believe.
Much obliged.
Zeb, the sheriff's holding Connie on suspicion of murder. Did she ever mention that she was getting married?
Never did. Heard gossip, of course. Figured she kept it quiet on account of Jemima, her being so set against the married state. I have to say, Jemima got a mite peculiar the last few years.
Did you ever see Connie and Cain together?
Oh, they was never here together, that I'd swear to. Miss Connie's only been up a couple of times since Jemima went. This Cain landed 10 days ago, started in ripping out flagstones and digging up the yard. But me, I figured he was after the treasure.
Treasure? What treasure?
Well, Jemima, she always claimed she was descended from old Henry Morgan himself.
Captain Morgan sailed the coast of Maine 150 years ago, madam.
I know all about Henry Morgan, thank you, Blore. Who was he?
Only the blackest-hearted pirate ever sailed the 7 seas.
Oh, rather a contentious statement, if one may cavil, Mr. Zachariah. One understands that Black Dog Mulligan and Long John Goldberg's supporters have laid claim to the title.
Oh, never mind Long Dog Mulligan. What about Morgan's treasure?
Well, the story goes that when old Henry went to his reward, his son settled here and put up the money to turn the old inn and a handful of cottages into Morgan's Harbor. But some of the old folks reckon Hank hung on to a fortune in jewels.
And they were never found?
Oh, nary a one. But I reckon that Cain fella was on to something, fooling Miss Connie into believing he cared for her while all the time... Say, would there be another drop of whiskey in that jar?
Oh, I can't wait till Dick gets back. Why, we practically have the case sewn up.
That'll be the car now, madam.
Nothing like the old firewater for keeping out the cold, you know.
Take care of my hat, Blore. We may have a long wait for the laurels.
Very good, sir.
Well, Dora...
Dickie, darling, this is Zebediah, an old friend of Connie's aunt.
Oh, how do you do?
Howdy.
Won't you have another whiskey?
Oh, well, just to be sociable.
Zeb thinks Cain was after Henry Morgan's treasure. Henry Morgan was a...
Thank you, Dora, dear. I'm well acquainted with Captain Morgan.
Oh, thanks.
Well, my goodness, Dick, you never tell me anything.
Now, let me guess. This is another place where good old Henry stashed his loot.
You mean you don't believe in the jewels?
Oh, Dora, dear, if Henry buried his treasure everywhere they say he did, the coast of Maine would look like your mother's backyard when Pastor's lost his favorite bone. And if Hurren Cain married Connie to have a crack at a treasure hunt, it gives her a wonderful motive for putting a hole in him when she came up here and found out.
My golly, I never thought of that.
Oh, well, let's hope the sheriff doesn't either. And Dora, why is this animal leaving a perfect set of paw prints on my new flannels?
It's where that Cain person pulled all the bricks out of the fireplace. I can't keep Pastor from digging in the holes. I think he's part bloodhound.
Blore!
You call, sir?
I thought you wouldn't have gone far. Give this dog a bath.
Very good, sir.
Oh, and don't miss the part bloodhound.
Come on, Pastor.
Well, I guess I'll be going. Gotta see some crazy fool wants to pay good money for my old shack. And I aim to take it. Living alone does funny things to your thinking when you get along in years. I don't want to end up like poor Jemmy, thinking everybody was out to cheat her, seeing ghosts and gremlins all over. I guess in the end, I was the only one in the world she trusted. I'll see myself out.
Goodbye, Zeb.
Bye.
Yeah, in spite of everything, though, my Jemima was a good old gal. Yeah, one good old gal.
I picked up a wire at the telegraph office from Murphy.
And?
I think I'll make an early start on lunch.
That bad, huh?
Well, last night Murphy's men tried every bar on 42nd Street. Nobody's sober enough to remember last Tuesday, let alone May the 4th.
Why do I get the feeling that that's the good news?
Probably because the bad news is that Charlie DeForest died 12 months ago.
Oh, dear. I'm so sorry. Who's Charlie DeForest?
Good old Charlie is the old flame Connie was waiting for in Lonigan's on May the 4th.
Darling?
Yes, dear.
Pour me some lunch, will you?
Now, there has to be a local history section here someplace.
Why are we whispering?
This is a library, Dora. Bookworms are easily frightened.
There's nobody in here apart from the librarian, and I think she's dead.
No, dear. They raise them like that. History of our coast. Could be.
Oh, look, Dickie. Here's quite a new book. Famous Sons of Maine. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to wake you.
Just read your book, Dora. If you get thrown out of the joint, Miss Pilk Luffington will never be able to hold up her head again.
I wonder if Captain Morgan comes under myths or marvels.
Whichever it is, darling, I doubt that a guy who's been a P.I. as long as our friend Kane is going to fake a wedding, then dig up half a cottage for some crazy story about a pirate's treasure.
You mean he was a dick?
Murphy pulled his New York license.
I found him. I found Henry Morgan. Oh. It says there's no proof he ever came here. Quote, "The Hank Morgan who gave his name to Morgan's Harbor is believed to have been a Welsh stonemason who emigrated to the New World after a dispute with his employer." Unquote. So why the skull and crossbones knocker?
Well, obviously the Morgans thought it was more romantic to be descended from a pirate than from a hammer and chiseler who took the boss's cement money and ran. Hey, wait a minute.
What have you found?
Well, Hank may not have been a pirate in the Doug Fairbanks tradition, but according to this history, he built practically everything from here to beautiful Boston.
So he was very rich. Maybe he did bury some kind of treasure after all. Maybe...
Let's get out of here. The librarian's lorgnette is beginning to steam up.
Well, hello again, Miss Legrange.
Mrs. George, Mr. George.
What a wonderful cloak. I didn't know they made tweed in that color.
I see you've been making use of our library. I use it for my research, love and death.
And which is it today?
Perhaps we could discuss the muse over tea this afternoon. May I say Cobb Cottage at 3? I shall be resting at that hour, and Barrett bakes a simply celestial devil's kiss cookie.
Oh, I'll have to pass on the devil's kisses, damn it. Sheriff Johnson is running a check on the Justice of the Peace who performed Connie's wedding ceremony. And he's promised to fill me in over a simply celestial shot of rye. But Dora will keep you company. You know, she just can't keep her little fingers out of the cookie jar.
Well, my tomes await. À bientôt, then, Mrs. George.
Abyssinia, Antony.
Why did you get me into that, Dick George? You know perfectly well I can't stand devil's kisses.
Legrange obviously wants to know what we know. So, dear heart, you are going to tea to find out what we know that she wants to know we know. You know, something bothers me about...
Well, hi there, Mrs. George. If you ain't prettier than a picture this morning.
Oh, thank you, Zeb. It's nice to be appreciated. Dick thinks of me as part of the furniture.
Nonsense, Dora, dear. You're so much more expensive to maintain.
But then I plan to last so much longer.
I was afraid you'd say that. What have you got there, Zeb? Hey, murder more often? Death of a dervish? Who killed King Bobbin? Does Sheriff Johnson know about you?
Oh, heck. I've been reading these here mysteries for years. Now I gotta take them back to the library and cancel my membership. I'm going to join the California Gold Rush.
Aren't you a little on the late side?
I got a niece out there. I always wanted to lie in the sun and chase some of them Mac Sennett bathing beauties. Now I sold my place for a mint of money. Ain't nothing to stop me. That guy must be crazy to want the old heap, but that's his business. Yeah, well, I'll stop by to say my farewells when I get my stuff together. And you let me know about Miss Connie.
Of course. Say, Zeb, what do you know about the Legranges?
Oh, nothing much. She's kind of weird, of course, but I guess that'd be the poetry. Thinking up rhymes all the time gotta turn a person to might peculiar. Rented Cobb Cottage from Jemima about a year ago.
You mean Cobb Cottage belonged to Miss Morgan, too?
Oh, sure. Her brother Archie left it to her after his son went to the bad in New York.
Well, that's the place to do it, all right. Just ask Dick.
Con Cottage was named for Miss Connie, you see, and Cobb Cottage for her cousin Cabina. Jemima was going to leave one to each of them, but Miss Cabina died, years back with the opium. Or was it the influenza? I disremember.
Zeb, I'm coming back to the library with you. Dora, I'll meet you at the inn for lunch.
I'll keep the olives on a back burner.
Bye, Mrs. George. Oh, by Jehoshaphat, if I was 20 years younger.
That's what Dora always says. Bye, darling.
Bye, darling. And I hope that librarian bites.
The champagne tastes wonderful, Dick. Thank you.
That is strictly against the rule.
Another glass, Sherry?
Well,
So, your aunt never mentioned making a will?
No, Dick, I'm sorry. Of course, Aunt Jemima, well, she became very confused the last year or so. I tried to get her to see a doctor, but she had this kind of persecution complex. Thought everyone, even old Doc Lewis, was after the Morgan treasure, which never existed except in her poor old mind.
And no papers on Kane, apart from the license and the wedding certificate?
well, unless you count a few dry cleaning stubs. Oh, yeah, and a business card from A&C Realty. Well, we followed that up. Seems Kane worked for them 18 months ago, chasing up bad debts. They caught him nosing in files he had no business with and just fired him.
That's the company that wanted to buy Aunt Jem's cottages. But what did they have to do with the murder?
Blore, drop everything, except the champagne, and take the next train to New York.
One is beginning to feel like the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, and take these, will you? They're all the pictures I could rustle up of passable-looking blondes. My cousin Alice, Muggsy Moran's latest fiancée, one of you, Connie, from your aunt's album, and the only shot I have of Dora without a stuffed bird on her head. Show them to the justice who says he married Connie in the late Hurren. You ask him to pick out the blushing bride. Oh, and make sure his wife's in on the act. If they pick different photographs, it might help our case.
Suppose they pick me again.
We'll be no worse off. And at least Cousin Alice can sleep nights. Oh, and Blore, see if you can buy another copy of this.
Here, let me see that. Night Nuances of Nemesis by Antony Legrange. Hey, that's a library book.
Yes, with the biographical notes surgically removed. Blore and I have a theory about that.
One will endeavour to obtain a copy, sir, in plain brown wrapper.
Connie, did your aunt deal with a law firm in town?
Oh, years ago, yes. Terwilliger, Pump, and Terwilliger. They're in the Manhattan Directory. But she hadn't contacted them for a long time. Said they were in league with Doc Lewis to put her away and steal the treasure.
We'll check with them anyway. Blore, what are you waiting for?
One often wonders, sir. Indeed, one does often wonder.
Well, you should make the 2:30.
Oh, damn! I was supposed to meet Dora for lunch. By now she'll be off to tea with old Yellowbritches. Well, this is going to cost me 2 diamond bracelets and a trip to Rio.
Oh, Dick. I wish somebody cared for me the way you care for Dora.
Miss Morgan, maybe you'd let me pour you a little more champagne.
Oh.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
I guess you do this all the time, huh, Miss Morgan?
Get thrown in jail?
Oh, heck, no, I meant the champagne. Yeah, I guess you drink an awful lot.
If you think I'm an alcoholic. Why don't you just come right out and say so?
No. Well, I think I'll be running along.
Oh, heck no, Miss Connie. What I was trying to say was that you sure seem like the champagne type to me. You see, I only ever dated the beer and pretzel types.
Oh, really? Do you have a telephone number?
Well, vintage champagne is wonderful, of course. But I'm just a simple girl at heart.
Now, where have I heard that before?
You know, that's just what I thought right from the first moment I set eyes on you. Yeah, I took one look and I said to myself, boy, that girl is really simple.
What?
I think I'll get out of here before the shooting starts.
Miss Morgan, when all this is over and if you're still around... no, I mean if you're still here, in Morgan's Harbor, that is.
Goodbye.
Well, see, I was just wondering that maybe,
Yes?
Isn't anybody going to say goodbye?
Well, so you see, Miss Connie, I was just wondering, that is, if we could...
Yes?
I was just wondering if we could see each other.
Oh, Sheriff.
Oh, Connie.
Oh, Abyssinia.
You see, for a long time now, I've been thinking about having you over at my place.
I beg your pardon?
No, that is, I've been thinking about having you over for supper.
Oh.
Yeah, and...
I see.
I'm a great cook. I really am. No, you just ask anybody in Morgan's Harbor and they'll tell you, boy, if you haven't had Herb Johnson's zucchini, you haven't lived.
Could you pour me another glass of champagne? I believe I feel a little faint.
Oh, would you like to lie down? No, I mean I could carry you
No, thank you, Sheriff. I'm doing fine right here. Yes, just fine. I really am. Do you know, you do have a very nice suntan.
Oh, shucks. I guess that's 'cause I'm out in all weathers.
And I've always liked a man with big, strong hands.
You have?
Oh, yes.
Really? Well, Miss Morgan, with you being a prisoner and all, well, what would you say if I took advantage of my position to
rain passionate kisses on my helpless lips?
To walk you to your cell was what I had in mind.
Oh.
But if you don't mind waiting till I hang... no, Miss Morgan, till I hang up my gun belt. Geez, I can't help noticing that you seem to have a kind of nervous disposition.
Well, excuse me, but it may just be because I've never tripped over a dead body before. I've never spent a night in jail, and I've never found myself falling in love with a man toting handcuffs and offering me his zucchini. What are you doing?
Hanging up the handcuffs beside the gun belt.
Oh.
Miss Morgan, I was wondering...
Yes?
About that rain of passionate kisses you mentioned.
Yes, Sheriff?
Well, do you think you could settle for a small shower?
What an interesting china pattern, Miss Legrange. What are these little things chasing each other around the border?
Scorpions and locusts.
Oh, my.
I designed the service myself. The pattern came to me in a dream.
Dick sometimes has dreams like that.
How is his little problem coming along?
Well, he only has 2 martinis before dinner now. But I suspect those afternoon walks in the park, Pastor always comes home with beer on his breath.
Actually, I was referring to the Morgan murder.
Connie never murdered anyone.
Oh, come now, Mrs. George. Haven't you ever wanted to murder your husband?
Good heavens, no. When he makes me really mad, I divorce him for a while and file for alimony. Then his accountant begs me to go back to him. I'm really very fond of Dick's accountant. Incidentally, what's become of your brother this afternoon?
He's in the study working on a new garden design. We've decided on a maze, you know, with a black heart at the center, filled with quicksand. When it's finished, you and your husband must drop in.
We'd be tickled to death.
Is Miss Morgan still in custody?
Yes, but not for long. Dick went back to the library this morning with a glint in his eye, the left one. A glint in his right eye usually means a blonde about 5'5", with a gown cut down to her instep. But a glint on the left means he's close to solving whatever's been keeping him awake mornings.
Fascinating. Let me pour you another cup of tea while you elaborate.
I don't think I should. Oh, bad dog pasta. I'm so sorry, Miss Legrange. He doesn't usually jump up like that. I guess he thought you were threatening me with the teapot. That giant vulture on the lid does look a little menacing.
I designed it.
Yes, I sort of guessed. Oh, my dress is soaked. I'll really have to go home.
It's too soon.
How nice of you to say so. But green tea and blue linen don't go somehow.
Borrow something of mine.
Oh, no. I mean, you need a lot of character for slacks like that.
Well, please drive carefully, Mrs. George. Our byways can be treacherous.
Don't worry about me. I am a married woman. I have a lot of experience with treachers. Thank you so much. And goodbye now.
Goodbye.
In you get, pasta. Don't do this to me. Oh, all right, it's walkies. How can a walk that looks so short get so long in the middle? From now on, dog, it's twice around the tiaras at Tiffany's for you. But I was only joking. Where's your sense of humor? What the heck?
Would you shut that animal up and get out of my way?
I certainly will not. You have no right here. Pasta, seize him. You come back here. Windows cost money. Come back here this minute. Oh, boy, what a stupid thing to say. Oh, poor ickle pastor. Did a naughty man hit him there?
Dora! Dora, are you hurt? I heard smashing glass. Oh, good grief, what a mess.
I got back a few moments ago and there was a masked man here.
What?
Pastor went for him and he hit the poor sweetums with his flashlight. Then he went through that window without opening it and across the fields.
Oh, are you all right, baby? Come to Daddy.
What about me? He might have shot me.
A flashlight doesn't work that way. Well, what did you get out of Legrange?
3 cups of green tea and an aversion to a few of God's humbler creations. Has Blore gone shopping?
Yes, he's in New York, doing some research. I'm hoping you'll call later. We'll have to risk being overheard for once. Oh, yes, I brought back a couple of steaks for dinner. They're in the car. Incidentally, what happened to Connie's Duesenberg?
It wouldn't start, so I left it at Cobb Cottage.
That car seems to have a knack of giving up just when it's most convenient for the criminal fraternity around here. Say, why don't you go burn the steaks while I take a shower? Oh, and run outside and put up the storm shutters. Sheriff Johnson had a gale warning from the Coast Guard.
Anything else I can do for you? Shave? Haircut? Cyanide cocktail?
Miss Pilk Luffington, you have a lot to answer for. Well. A burglar who uses passionate pomegranate lipstick? That should narrow the field. I must say it does more for Dora than it does for the Mirror. Leave Morgan's Harbour in a train or in a car if you don't want to leave it in a pine box. Well, it's not exactly Longfellow, but it does have a certain pithy style.
Don't alone, darling. I'll fix the shutter, and then I'm going to toss the salad.
Yeah. Now, if Pastor wasn't part retriever, we'd never see that head of lettuce again. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a... Oh, my God! Dora, I really need you. Come quick and bring a gun. Dora, if you don't hurry, your old man is going to be dead and done for. Dora!
What are you screaming about? Good heavens, how did he get in here? I'm sure it's very bad for a snake to hang about in that steamy shower stall.
I've been trying to tell him that, but he won't listen. Now, will you please get the .45 from my coat?
You're not going to shoot that poor snake. No wonder he's frightened, poor thing.
What?
I'll just open the laundry hamper. So. Now, bathrobe in both hands and...
Dora! Dora! No, Dora, don't!
Stop,
Don't!
Stop. In you go, baby. Lid down. And voila.
Dora. Oh, Dora. Did you realize? You just saved my life. Throwing that robe over slippery Sydney and dumping him in that hamper.
Come on, Dick. Grass snakes aren't poisonous. You told me so yourself.
Grass snakes? Since when did grass snakes come in that size and shade? That, my dear, was either a very healthy rattlesnake or a real master of disguise.
You mean it? You mean... Oh...
Another glass of Burgundy, dear.
Thank you. But isn't it brandy they prescribe for shock?
From the way you tucked into that steak, I think the crisis is past. Ah, that'll be Blore. The hallmark of a perfect gentleman's gentleman, immaculate timing. Hello.
Call for Mr. Richard Arbuthnot George. Will you hold while I connect?
I will if you will. Blore.
As ever, sir.
How goes it?
Footwarily well, Mr. George. One is in possession of a very large account from the taxicab company and a rather smaller demand with menaces from a cobbling establishment.
Mrs. George has her wallet out even as we speak. What about the will?
Terwilliger and Pump, sir, have gone to their unjust reward, Palm Springs, one believes. But Mr. James Jonathan Terwilliger, Jr., aged approximately 69 and a half, and known to the cognoscenti as Snookums, informs me that against his advice Miss Morgan refused to draw up a will and accused him of heading an international conspiracy to seize the Morgan millions.
Oh, really?
He assured her that a simple statement of intent, handwritten and duly signed, could be lodged with someone she trusted and would be legally acceptable. This seemed to satisfy the old person. However, no such document came to light upon her demise, and her entire estate went to Miss Constance.
Good work, Blore. Now, what about the book? And, let's be discreet. Telephones have ears.
Well, really?
The volume is not, one fears, for one's poetry circle soirees. Images of man-eating spiders, vampires,
And the biography?
As you suspected, sir, Antony Legrange is merely a nom de plume. As for the venerable justice of the peace, apparently Kane and his betrothed woke the old gentleman and his wife in the middle of the night, and neither had time to find the right spectacles. One displayed one's picture gallery, and according to Justice and Mrs. McDade, Orrin Kane was irrefutably married to Mrs. Dora Dimpner Delilah George.
Well, they do say the husband is always the last to know. Get on back here, Blore. You never know. This might even mean you get paid.
Very good, sir. Although, if one has learned anything from this period of perpetual motion, it is that at one's present time of life, it is infinitely more pleasurable to arrive than it is to travel. One wishes you...
Blore? Blore? Oh, the thing's gone dead, damn it. The storm must have brought the line down.
Never mind the telephone. Have we cracked the case?
We?
Who risked life and exceedingly attractive limb to rescue the boy detective from the fangs of death?
Oh, okay, you got me. Now, Orrin Kane worked for A&C Realty and did some snooping in their files,
And he found out they were buying up property around Morgan's Harbour, right?
Go to the top of the class. A&C have plans to turn this area into a playground with a touch of class for all their clients who keep running out of ways to spend money.
They made Jemima an offer for Con and Cobb cottages.
And I think the name Morgan rang a bell.
But Kane couldn't have known Jemima.
No, but when Murphy pulled his record, he found out that Kane was an ex-cop, fired for shady dealings on a drug bust in California. The ring included a minor movie actress called Cabina Morgan.
But Cabina's dead.
Well, an actor called Felix Barrett notified Jemima that her niece had died in Santa Monica, but I ran a check. And you know the death was never registered?
Not now, Pastor.
See, I'd say Cabina was low in funds and knew her aunt would never cough up enough to support her drug habit. So, probably with Kane's help, she faked a death certificate and a mortician's bill.
Well, let's face it, a headstone and funeral expenses would come to an awful lot of money.
It's more than a quick divorce. I have inquired once or twice.
And Cabina must have known that the old lady would do the right thing when Felix wrote and asked her to give her niece a decent burial.
Oh, shut up, Pastor. All right, walk is after the storm.
The plan works, of course.
Yes, but later, when Kane finds out just what A&C are prepared to pay for the real estate around here...
He contacts Cabina.
And points out that she could be in for a fortune if she comes back from the dead and gets her hands on Cobb Cottage.
So Cabina has to be...
Our not-so-crazy poetess, Antony Legrange.
And Barrett Legrange must be this Felix Barrett person.
I'd put money on it. They check with Terwilliger that there's no registered will.
Cabina probably did it by telephone, pretending to be her aunt. She was an actress, after all.
So then all she had to do was turn up after Jemima's death, claim to know nothing of her own reported demise, grab the profit from selling the cottage, and pay Kane for the tip-off.
But she came back to Morgan's Harbour before Jemima died.
Yes. My guess is that she was broke again.
And Jemima could have lasted another 20 years, of course.
You know, I'm pretty sure that if the old lady's body is exhumed, the autopsy will show that she didn't die of natural causes after all. I really don't think Doc Lewis would have been looking for a snake bite.
Oh, no, Dick. That poor old lady.
Down, boy. Jemima may have seen Cabina on the street here and thought she recognized her in spite of the disguise.
She must have been so worried. Think how confused she was already. I mean, she'd begun to believe in the old story. And to think everybody she met except Zeb was out to get their hands on it. Even her doctor and her lawyer.
I think she decided to make a secret will and hide it away, in case she was seeing not a ghost, but her niece Cabina in league with the others to get their hands on the gold.
Cabina must have realized that Jemima recognized her.
Which was enough to get her bumped off before she could talk.
But our little gang had to make sure there was no will disinheriting Cabina hidden in either of the cottages, or the whole thing would have been in vain. So,
knowing Connie didn't come here often, they hatched the fake bridegroom bit so they could tear the cottages apart and look for it.
Why, of course. Remember Pastor running out of Cobb Cottage with muddy paws?
I always said you had a brain in there somewhere, dear.
Well, of course I have. You just kept looking for it in all the wrong places.
And then there was Barrett, who knew that Kane was shot with a .38 when the sheriff hadn't mentioned it.
But why kill Kane at all?
I think old Orrin got greedy.
You mean he wanted a bigger slice of the cake, and Cabina and Felix figured he'd outlived his usefulness?
Sure. They saw a way to knock him off, frame Connie, and collect on both cottages.
But how did they know about Jemima's gun?
My guess is that the old girl tried to scare them off with it. I wouldn't mind betting she never even loaded the thing, which really was a pity.
And Cabina got me over there to tea, while Barrett snooped around here.
What is wrong with that dog?
And while he left warning messages and that...
My snake's name is Lucifer. I hope you haven't upset him. No, don't move. And keep hold of that dog or I'll put a bullet in him.
I've got him.
Close the door, Felix.
Right.
Oh, listening at keyholes. That's a nasty habit.
Oh, I have habits a lot nastier than that, I assure you. And they have to be paid for.
On the couch. Both of you.
Get the oil lamp, Felix. So thoughtful of dear Aunt Jemima to surround herself with all these lovely old things. Not too much oil on the floor, Felix. Break the lamp by the dinner table.
Aye. Dinner for two by lamplight. So romantic.
Too much wine. A tipsy arm catches the oil lamp. A dropped cigarette. Such a tragedy.
You know, you should have given up on the poetry and worked on the perils of Pauline. Saved yourself a trip to the electric chair.
All set. The storm shutters are barred from the outside, so there's no way they can get out.
And I'm afraid the nearest fire service is 20 miles away.
So much for the cavalry.
Oh, Dick.
Felix, on the count of 3, hold the door open.
Yes.
I'll keep the gun on them from the hallway while you throw the match.
Right.
Then you'll have to get out fast and slam the door. The room will go up like a torch.
Nice to know we're in the hands of experts.
1.
Oh, Dickie.
2.
I truly love you.
3.
What in tarnation?
The gun, Felix! The gun!
Too late, Antony, old boy. I've got the gun. And I'm afraid...
Get him off! Get him off of me!
I'm afraid Pastor's got Felix.
Well, I'll be... Hey, look at all that oil on Jemima's clean floor. Why, if she was alive right now, she'd be like to die.
If you hadn't barged in when you did, Zeb, we'd all have been like to die.
Well, I did knock, but I guess you had other things on your mind.
Lock them in that closet, Dora. I'll call the sheriff. Oh, damn, no. They must have cut the line.
This way, Mr. Barrett. Miss Legrange.
Mrs. Barrett, actually! One little thing you didn't find out!
Oh, shut up, Camina, will you? For once, just shut up!
Don't you dare to...
Somebody want to explain just what's been happening here?
It's a long story, Zeb.
And thanks to you, we'll be around to tell it. Hey, what brought you up here?
Well, it's this here letter from Jemima. You see the date? He must have been in the mailbox for a year. Yeah, she must have dropped it in herself. You see, I never did tell her that the mailman didn't use that old box no more. And I was unscrewing it to take it with me for a keepsake when I heard this here envelope a-rattling around inside.
Of course! The only person she trusted in Morgan's Harbor. Her old sweetheart. It had to be.
Jemima's last will and testament. Handwritten. Leaving all her property to darling Connie. Oh, Zeb, I could kiss you.
Well, don't hold back. This could be my last big affair. If that ain't something. Well, while I can still see straight, I think I'll go get Sheriff Johnson and tell him that you got a couple of live ones.
Oh, and Zeb.
Yeah?
You can tell Connie she won't be needing that lawyer after all. Just a mop and a very large bucket of water.
Dickie, darling, do you think Connie will make an honest sheriff out of our boy Johns? Oh, Dickie, really, you can't possibly sleep all the way to New York.
Just watch me. Come for a quiet weekend in the country, she says. The swing of the leaves, the fall of the tide.
One fears the line has lost something in the translation, sir.
The long walks. Don't you stop that again.
Well, next time...
What do you mean next time? You don't seriously think I'm going to come back?
3 generations of Morgans can't be wrong, darling. Next weekend we'll come up here with compasses and pickaxes. We'll look at the maps in the Mercantile Library. We'll find old Henry Morgan's treasure if it's the last thing you do.
Blore?
Sir?
Terwilliger and Snookums, did they handle divorce?
That was The Case of the Substitute Spouse by Sarah Maxwell. With Francis Matthews...
I want the phonograph, the silver cocktail shaker, the engraved ice bucket...
as Dick George, and Margaret Robertson...
I'll give you your stupid ice bucket right over your stupid head...
as his lovely wife, Dora.
Might one at this juncture proffer one's resignation again?
Edward de Souza...
No.
...was Blore.
And I want custody of Pastor.
And Ronald Herdman...
Oh, no, you had Pastor last time. Now it's my turn.
...was Pastor.
I get the library.
I'll pitch it to you, darling. Book by boring book. and your model aeroplanes, and your skeet shooting trophies.
Will you don't start complaining about those cups.
I'll tell you
the
what
last
I'd
time
like
you
to
talked
do
to me
with
like
those
that,
cups.
I had to divorce him again.
The rest of the cast was as follows: Antony Legrange, Liza Ross, Barrett Legrange, Blain Fairman, Zebediah, Don Fellows, Connie Morgan, Bonnie Hurren, and Sheriff Johnson, Bob Sherman. The play was directed by Glyn Dearman.